Gosh, why did they have to call it drones? Why couldn't they call it a plane or some other aircraft? Or why they have to mention drones? Because now we got a problem. Let's talk about it. What's going on, everyone? Timothy again with another video. This is Inspire with Drones, and listen, if this is your first time, I make content, some content that basically deals with a lot of drone related news, sometimes certain reviews and tips and tricks and things of that nature. If this is stuff that you like, then look, this channel is all about inspiring you to be your best, to do your best, and get out there and grow, get out there and fly, get out there and be the drone pilot you are destined to be. And so if you would, please give this video a like, share, subscribe, so that I can continue to do my part to try to put out relative content, content that will be meaningful and helpful to you all. So let's get right into it. I've been sitting back for quite a while now, just listening to other comments, listening to other and watching other videos on the matter at hand. As you all know, there have been many quote unquote drone sightings that have taken place on the East Coast first, New Jersey, parts of New Jersey, as well as New York, and now it has really spread across other states throughout the country. Even as I've heard recently on a news broadcast in my area close to home, near the IE, the desert area, the low desert area of Coachella Valley. And so, yeah, this thing is spreading. But what I want to really address and talk to today is the drone community in itself, because this whole quote unquote drone narrative that's being spread abroad with the news and social media, it's not helping us, and it doesn't help us look good. All right, it really doesn't. And when you have a leader who comes out and says something like, shoot them down, that doesn't send a good message to the drone community, to those who have done their part and those who continue to do their part and their due diligence to practice proper, safe measures when it comes to flying small UAVs, drones. And to hear something like that, now I have to consider, do I even go out there and fly? I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. And so part of what I want to do in this video is really talk to the community about how we navigate through these times. This is not a time to fear. I'm going to say it again. Do not be afraid. Do not fear. A lot of what's going on is just my personal opinion and belief. You don't have to go with it, but I just believe that there's a whole nother agenda, and something needs to be conjured up as a means of distraction or deception of some part. And so here it is, we have a drone narrative, and it's affecting us in a negative. I know some other drone pilots who are dealing with some issues, as it pertains to this. Not too long ago, before this even started, I had an altercation with a resident as I was out doing a job in the city of Beaumont, California. Simple visual roof inspection. I do those quite frequently now. It seems like that's just something that comes my way, and so it's easy for me to do. But I approach it professionally, right? And man, I got approached, and the thing about it is, someone came from behind, and they said, "Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?" Just like that, with that type of tone, just serious, just direct. Here it is. I have my safety vest on. It says FAA certified drone pilot. Please stay cleared. I do my due diligence to talk to the neighbors around the property that I'm working on. And yet, I still deal with this. So if I was dealing with that before this even started, what are the odds, or what are the chances that this can happen even more often now with all these quote unquote drone sightings. So I just want to say this. I really want to say to the community, okay? Be careful. Be careful. Take a more planned approach when you're going out to fly, all right? Whether it's for work or whether it's recreational, be careful. I know a group that I'm associated with, some colleagues of mine. They recently went out to the Salton Sea, which is way out in the desert, and they flew over this past weekend. I didn't get a chance to go. I was busy. I was actually at church that Sunday, and so that's just something that I was already doing. So it was kind of last minute, but I couldn't make it. All right. However, that's an open area. There's hardly nobody there, and so you may want to consider, especially if you're flying for fun, go out to those areas where you don't have to deal with a whole lot of people, at least for right now, because right now I can see tensions arising more and more as residents are fed misinformation by the media, by news reports, and it doesn't look good. As a matter of fact, and this really made me laugh, you guys. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. I was watching, what was I watching? I was watching a live broadcast the other day, and Senator Schumer, who is calling for better drone technology, better drone tracking technology to be released. They have this technology that he is saying that they're looking to implement. I believe it's called the Robin. It's called the Robin. That's something you have to check out. Look into that. I'm going to try to put the link into the description of the website that I found that I believe is what he was referring to, because that system is geared towards being able to track any small UAVs or any small aircraft at that, like anything that flies. Basically, it is designed to be able to track it, to identify it. And so, but then again, it's just something else about it that strikes me, because he seems so adamant about getting that technology into the hands of not just law enforcement, but just the community in general. And so just something to pay attention to. But check this out. Senator Schumer, he made a statement, and in this video, I'm going to try to play it for you guys. He basically says, he basically, one reporter said, he said, with all the drones that are out there, and all the technology that we have to track these drones, how is it that nobody can detect these drones? How is it that nobody can identify these drones, or if they are drones, right? So he goes on to say, he makes this statement. He says that there is no system in place. There is no system in place where you can register drones, or there is no system in place for registering drones.
We don't know what they are, so we don't know the companies. There are hundreds of companies all over the globe that make drones. We don't know which ones these are. This radar will help us find out which they are, and then we can go talk to the companies.
Senator, everybody who has a drone, especially in the media, right? These drones are being watched constantly. So how is it that you have drones that nobody knows anything about?
Well, they've happened in the last few weeks, and there is technology that can detect them, and that's what we're urging to happen right now.
So in other words, you're saying that these drones are not registered like normal?
Correct. There is no system. This is what our legislation helps do. There's no system for registering any drone. Okay. You have, as long as the drone is not near an airport or a military base, as long as it is flying below a certain level altitude, people have a right to fly them. And you can go to a park and some people are flying drones.
Got it.
Sir, as the author of the UAP amendment in the 2024 National Defense Authorization
Yes.
Act, you, among anybody, should be calling these what they are. We don't know they're drones, correct? They are UAPs. Why?
We don't-
Why aren't they being called UAPs?
Because we don't know if there are UAPs. We don't know what they are. That's what we're trying to find
They're
out.
identified, of course.
Nobody knows what they are. We have to find out.
So,
Senator,
Yes.
are these U.S. military drones?
We don't believe we do not believe they are U.S. military drones, or the military would have told us that.
Why haven't precautions been taken sooner? Why now? Why haven't precautions
Well,
been
all of a sudden, they're in the skies all over the place, and so we got to find answers, and then the legislation will provide much more authority as to where and when drones can fly.
Bro. I laughed. At first I laughed, but I was like, bro, are you serious? I'm like, you're kidding me, right? Why is it that we have individuals who go on to national television and they speak on a matter that they don't have full knowledge of or the proper information of? Because what it does now, it spreads misinformation and creates this false narrative, and now the public, the way they look at us as drones is that we can't be identified, we can't be tracked. That's not the case. The FAA has the drone zone where you go online to register your drone, whether it's for commercial, whether it's for recreational purposes or commercial purposes. And of course, we know any drone that is over 250 grams, hey, you have to register it. You have to register it. If it's recreational and you're just flying for fun, you still got to register that drone. If you're flying commercially for work and you're getting paid, each and every drone that you use, you have to register that drone with a new registration. You can't get you just can't get over it unless the drone is under 250 grams. But even if it's below that threshold, if you're using it for commercial purposes, then you still have to register it. You follow me? So we have a system. We have remote ID. We have a system, but yet we have politicians, we have senators, we have people who are in authority positions who are not properly informed, and they are giving out misinformation to the public. So here's my take on all this, you guys. Be careful. Be careful when you're out there, because this is only going to heighten if this continues. And so don't fly by yourself. Don't fly alone. Just don't do it. Again, I'm not saying being in fear. Don't be afraid. But I'm just trying to let you know it's time to just take a more planned approach, an even more planned approach, because you were doing that before. But now it's time to just make sure that you're looking over your shoulders just a little bit extra, not in fear, but just make sure you know your surroundings, make sure you understand where you are, and just be safe out there, man, because the last thing we need is somebody taking the advice of anybody to shoot down a drone. We don't need that. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically it, you guys. We still have an issue on our hands concerning customs and the border as it pertains to DJI being able to import and ship their products, mainly drones. I don't believe it's affecting their other products, but drones into the U.S., okay? Because last time I heard that's still an issue, and that's going to have a ripple effect on many businesses, many industries who rely on that technology specifically, who rely on DJI drone gear. And so that is something that we need to really work on. I believe there are some links to to use or to utilize that will enable you to reach out to your local senators and representatives. I'm going to try to put that in the description so that you'll have it. And also, I'm going to leave links in the description to the videos that I saw, both President-elect, who also kind of gave his take on what's going on, and his take on the fact that he believes the government and the military are aware of what's going on. I actually believe that myself. And also what Senator Schumer said too, because that there just threw me for a loop. And I'm just like, come on, we can't have this type of ignorance just roaming around here. So that's that. I do want to give a shout out though to a follower of mine. His name is Hank. Hank, if you're watching this video, man, I just want to give a shout out to you. Hank reached out to me. He is new to the drone space and he is pursuing his Part 107. He is very excited, and sometimes, you know, it helps to just have that one-on-one interaction with someone who can kind of help you find your way. And so he reached out to me and wanted to know if I was willing to set up a consultation with him to basically kind of discuss some things as it pertains to how to get started. He's already going through a online program right now to get his Part 107. But you know, a lot of times the question after that is, okay, so now what do I do? And so listen, if that's you too, if you're new to this and you need some guidance and kind of want to you know, have a one-on-one with me, I'll be glad to set up a meeting and kind of give you some guidance and give you some direction and go from there. So yeah, just shoot me a email. You can email me directly to timothy@thedroningcompany.com. Again, that's timothy@thedroningcompany.com, and I will respond to you and set something up. Okay. All right, you guys. So with that said, listen, y'all know what to do. Stay safe, be blessed, keep flying. I'll see y'all in the next one. I hope this isn't too long, but I just had to say something, and I hope you guys just kind of do your best to weather this, and that's it. All right, peace out.